President Trump taking the stage at the United Nations in just a few hours to deliver a wide-ranging address to world leaders for the first time in his second term, with the war in Gaza topping the agenda. It all comes as an increasing number of U.S. allies, including France, Canada, and the U.K., are now formally recognizing a Palestinian state. The Wall Street Journal editorial board slamming those countries, saying the following, quote, "Recognizing the state is intended as safe diplomatic theater for their Western domestic audiences, detached from the harsh Middle East reality. The Palestinians have consistently chosen the struggle to destroy Israel rather than the offer of a state alongside it. To say, quote, let them have both, as France, the UK, Canada, Australia et al. Now say, is to make Hamas's day." Former Deputy National Security Advisor and Heritage Foundation VP of National Security, Victoria Coates, joins me now. And Victoria, to follow up on that Wall Street Journal article, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer stated that this is not, his words, not a reward for Hamas. But boy, to follow up on what the Wall Street Journal said, it sure feels that way, doesn't it, Victoria?
Well, good morning. Yes, it does. And I mean, Prime Minister Starmer is just incorrect. I mean, this is a huge reward for Hamas. We're on the eve of the second anniversary of the October 7th attacks on Israel, one of the worst attacks in Israel's history, which murdered Americans as well as Israelis. And to give them this kind of recognition, it's just it defies good sense. And it's also, as the journal said, it's theater. This isn't real. It's not binding. It's just an act. It's pandering to, as they said, to a far left domestic base, and it's only going to encourage Hamas to more terrorist attacks.
So in response, what does President Trump need to say when he addresses the UN General Assembly today?
I think he should say that the pressure should be on Hamas, that they shouldn't be given rewards. They should be pressured to give back the remaining hostages, lay down their arms, and surrender. And then we can get this war resolved and get on to a new phase in the Middle East. I think the president's going to talk about his historic role as a peacemaker. That is a huge theme of his second term. He's wrapped up 7 conflicts so far. He's got this one and then Russia, Ukraine in his sights. This is just his first year. So I think he is going to point out to the UN that these multilateral institutions have failed to bring peace over the last 80 years, but that he, as the leader of the free world, as the leader of the United States, can bring peace. And so I think that's going to be a really powerful message today.
In addition to his speech, the president's going to be meeting with the leaders of a number of Arab and Muslim countries. Are you expecting anything significant to come out of that meeting? Specifically, do you think that these leaders will ultimately agree to the U.S. plan for post-war management of Gaza?
I actually think they will. I think that there's a pretty clear path here for how the Strip can be rebuilt. The president's very interested in that issue, making a better future for the Palestinians who live in Gaza. Some of them might have to move for a period of time to enable that rebuilding. I think that our Arab partners and friends should be open to that, and then figuring out how we're going to finance it. This shouldn't just be a burden on the U.S. taxpayer. You know, it should be something that's borne by the region, you know, to create that better future for those Palestinians living there. It's
important also to note that today is Rosh Hashanah, and the Israeli contingent will not be participating. Scheduling quirk, obviously, UN General Assembly always happens around now. Rosh Hashanah always happens around now, but it's unfortunate that the Israelis won't be at the table today for something that basically affects them and them alone in many respects. Victoria Coates, thank you for your insight on all this. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.